You want some truth? I'll tell you the truth.
Now we're live. So, what up, truthers? Appreciate everybody stopping by the stream tonight. We got Michael Christmas tonight. Very excited for this one. I've been a fan of Michael for quite a long time since your first project dropped. Honestly, I've been paying attention since then. So it's really cool to finally have a platform to be able to speak to you about your art, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Are you originally from Boston? Is that correct? Are you still staying up there? Nice, nice. Who would you say are Okay, just outside the city. My buddy, I went to Boston for a wedding last year in Dedham. He lives in Dedham, is where he is at. I think it's what, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes south of the city or something like that. No. What? Wait, what? I don't even. I can't even tell you where Massachusetts is. Honestly, I couldn't point out Massachusetts. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't understand anything about maps.
I was like,
I'm never good at geography.
when you had to label all the 50 states and their capitals, like that was like a stressful test week for me as
Did
a
you ever
little
have to
kid.
learn the state song?
No.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. You never had to.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
When you said state song, I'm thinking you meant like Massachusetts' state song. I didn't even know we had one.
Oh no, they had to do they teach you all the 50 states. You had to learn them in alphabetical order or something. I think that's how it
Yeah,
went.
I'm sure somebody taught it to me, but I don't know it. Tim said he can't hear me on the stream.
I think I got it now. I think everybody. There we go. Yeah, I got a message from somebody saying we couldn't hear either, but I think we're okay now.
Are we all set? Can you let me know? Yeah, nah, bro.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We got confirmation.
Dope, my gosh.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
I got cookies delivered midstream. That's the
You
first
got
time that's ever
cookies?
happened. Damn.
Sorry, you know what's super funny though, low key. There's like a bag of Oreos within arm's reach of me right now. They weren't put there for any specific reason, but I could like reach out and touch them right now. Guarantee it.
What's your favorite kind of Oreo? There's so many different flavors now, bro. They come out with like a new kind every
Regular.
regular. Okay, word.
Do not give me any type of different Oreo, but I do not want it. Regular Oreos, even double stuffed, I think is gross.
Okay, I was just gonna say, what about double stuff? But there's a lot of icing in that shit.
It's too much. I read an article or the pieces of an article today where they basically said the reason why they make so many other flavors is it drives people back to the original.
Oh,
So
really?
people buy the other ones, and whether they like them or not, somehow it drives up sales to the original Oreo more.
Hmm.
So the guy was like, people buy the limited editions and they buy the regular.
Okay.
I It makes sense because I hate every other kind of Oreo but the regular. But I have an addiction to regular Oreos, but it needs to be milk. If there's no milk, they'll sit there for years.
2%, 1%,
2%
two
milk, bro.
percent.
I'm one of the last milk people. People don't like milk no more. I don't like oat milk. I don't like nothing. And I'm 26, bro. My lactose intolerance is about to be there.
I'm 28. I'm about to be 29. So about 3 years ago is when I had to stop drinking milk. I would drink almost like a gallon every 2 days, bro. I would drink it with everything:
Me,
pizza, Mexican
that's me.
food,
That's me
fucking
right now, bro.
whatever it is, man. A big glass of milk with a bag of chips. I'm good.
And my roommate's like, "Are you lactose intolerant today?" I'm like, "I'm 26, bro." Like we all are. We're grown ups now. We can't just eat and drink milk all the time.
Word. So you
I got like a small pizza the other day. I was done for, bro.
Yeah, my wife had to cut cheese out almost completely or take lactose pills with anything she eats cheese now, so.
Welcome to the stream, y'all. We talking about lactose intolerance.
Let's get to some music a little bit. Hiding's coming out on Friday.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
talk a little bit about the inspiration behind this one?
Yeah, absolutely. So more, what it is more than anything else, and I think quarantine is the perfect time to drop it. But I made this album just before quarantine.
Okay.
But it's completely relevant to quarantine because I guess this is how everybody's feeling now. This album is a good way to describe it. But it was how I was feeling already, kind of like not defeated necessarily, but just like accepting of what the world is, and like it sucks. It
Yep.
sucks, but we're doing our thing. We always do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Hiding is about like hiding things from people you love because you don't want them to worry about you. Hiding things from yourself, even like just like hiding from the world. And I think we all do that in some ways or another. And I think it's a reflection of just what's going on. And it was definitely like what was going on with me even before the pandemic was I was just over it. I was just over it. And not in like a, depressed way. I'm just like, it's time to just fully do the Michael Christmas thing. And I wanted to rap real good. I wanted to talk about all the shit that's been going on in my head and hopefully, you know, open up through that because it seems like the consensus is that this 2 years of not dropping music, everybody's very confused about what's been going on with me and shit like that. So I wanted to lean into that.
That's awesome. Is there anything, I guess, in particular that stopped you from releasing stuff in the last couple of years? I mean, is it just what the
Not
writing wasn't
anything.
there, just no confidence, or is it just like just whatever? You're just doing what you're
Not
doing.
anything in particular. I think it was kind of more exploration.
Okay.
We early already basically did all the stuff.
Yeah.
And we're nowhere near where we're supposed to be, and we're still just at the beginning. And for all the shit that we've seen, it was kind of a period of like, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. So we start trying things. We did the Fool's Gold project to see what that's like, to see what that route is like, and then after finishing that, do Baggy Eyes too, and then just do some stuff here and there, and then going into this year and like all last year while like just making music and doing my thing, it was one of those things where I was starting to get inspired in a similar way to the way I felt when I made Is This Art. In the sense that like I felt like right at the normal person stature. And so even though I'm Michael Christmas and I still think it's weird that people, geek out over me and shit like that, I felt like I was on the level of still with like the people that are really around. You know what I'm saying? I live in Boston. I drive through the hood every day. I see my people. I see what's going on and shit like that. So I wanted to get into that more.
Okay. That's awesome. Who are some of the other artists in Boston that you would look up to, or who have inspired you to kind of do some of the stuff? Who's part of the community out there? Because I haven't been too tapped into the Boston. I'm really
Yeah.
tapped into Chicago out here because I live out
Yeah,
here, but I haven't
yeah,
been too tapped into. I know Cousin Stiz. That's like
yeah.
I know Kyle Bent is out there from Boston, I believe, and that's like a couple. Those are just a couple of the names that I really know.
Yeah.
So
So as far as inspiration from Boston, that was part of kind of coming up here. The idea was that there wasn't like a ton of like inspiration because we didn't have a superstar at all
okay.
to really look towards. And I always talked about that was like this is the cool thing about not having that is you get to make your own lane and you get to try to be that guy. We're all trying to be that guy, everybody.
Yeah.
And even if you're not, like the goal isn't to be a big mega star, even to kick a door open for somebody else to get through it, that we're all trying to do that in our own ways. And so for me, I feel like it's the homies, bro, is all the inspiration. Before that, it's really my family, my friends, comedians. I say all the time, comedians are some of my biggest musical inspirations. Like there's a there's a little Patrice O'Neal little portion in one of the songs on the album because he's from here and he is like the realest, rawest fucking comedian. Like he's a huge inspiration to me.
That's dope. Let's see. I had another one lined up here. What do you think is the best thing about this year so far? It being so fucking weird and like
Man,
different.
so let me just say, fuck this year. Absolutely, it's awful. But I have seen a ton of camaraderie, a lot of effort to support artists, a lot of effort to help artists get what they need going because they know nobody else is helping, and that all of our business is slowed down. The people who helped me make my album are like I owe them my life. You know what I'm saying? Is how I feel because this is my thing this year. There's no shows, none of that shit. This is the thing. It's dropping an album that I really care about. And so having to figure out how to do that in the midst of this pandemic, the amount of teamwork and shit, like even setting up the studio at the crib, both of my mics that I have here were sent from other people. The homie Brady Watt sent me a mic so that I can do his joint. And then when I needed to get a newer like mic, the homie Tunji sent me another mic, like a crazy one. and both off the just, we like pay it forward. Like the next time somebody needs a mic, one of the homies needs a mic, I got two now. You know what I'm saying? One of them can get it type shit. So that's my favorite part about this year. Besides that is just learning stuff. Like I said, I set up the studio. I never recorded myself or made a beat a day in my life before this year, and I've made several beats now, and I've recorded even more songs. I basically stopped making beats once I got my first mic. I just been recording mad songs at the crib, learning how to mix stuff. Shout out Isotopes. They gave me some plugins so I could start mixing my own shit. Like just a ton of people helping.
That's dope. Does making any of the beats give you a different perspective or make you write any differently after building something like that? Or like, were you ever in the studio while the beat was being built before, like while you're writing, I guess I should say? And does that?
On a couple songs on the album, I was. We did "Don't I Know It" in LA with the homie Monroe, and we did "Family Not Friends" in LA with Teddy Rockspin. And specifically Family Not Friends, me and Teddy, I went over there and I had an idea. I was like, yo, let's listen to the intro to Lord Willin', the Clips album. Mm-hmm. It's like one of my favorite beats, maybe my favorite intro of all time. And from there, we somehow got to the beat we got to, but we were sitting there all day just smoking and eating food and making this song that ended up, to me, it's my favorite song on the album. And it ended up being crazy. It's Family Not Friends. And I just remember he's standing there with a kazoo telling his wife, like, yo, can you stop cooking for 2 seconds? I just need to do this kazoo solo. Like, crazy. So that, that shit was nuts.
One of the producers that I'm in the studio a lot with while I'm doing like studio videos or while my buddy Stock is in the studio, one of the things he mentions about the music that he makes is it's timeless, or the music that he works to make is timeless. And you kind of spoke on that a little bit. Like you made this project even before the quarantine started, it still applies today. Can you just speak on that a little bit and how it affects you to be able to do something like that? Because I think it's amazing to be able to make something now and still have it affect somebody 5-10 years later.
Mm-hmm. I think it hit me one day a long time ago before making What a Weird Day. Okay. We were on a drive back from Chicago, me, Stiz, and Tim, and we were listening to Graduation, and I just drank a bunch of absinthe. Me and Stiz had both just drank a bunch of absinthe. Okay. And listening to Graduation, I'm laying across the back seat, and I had a pillow and like my clothes over me and shit. And we started talking about Graduation after it was over. And I was like, man, what a timeless album. I was like, this album's still going to be hard in 10 years. Like, this album's hard now, and it's been out for like almost 10 years now. So when we heard that for me was like the sign that that's what I should go for every time. That's what I should. So with What a Weird Day, that was the point. With every project since, that's been the point, is always making music people always go back to and listen to.
That's fire. That's so cool. Because I mean, every time I talk to a different artist, it's not exactly the same words, but pretty much the same energy that they bring to every answer, and it's dope having you on and having the same energy you brought again, man. It's so cool,
bro. Yeah, because the thing is, I like songs that sit in time too. I listen to songs from 2012 or listen to songs from 2016 from other artists, and there's songs that bring me right to that exact day in the summer when I'm sitting on the bus listening to that song going crazy. Like I remember when I first started listening to Larry June, that was a crazy time because I was only listening to Larry June, and he was making these like really aggressive bangers like Fucked Up My Leg and Max Payne and shit like that. And I'm just on the bus. I remember I had this San Francisco jacket and these sunglasses, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to go to Whole Foods and get some fucking orange juice because Larry said. And so like shit like that, like this is dope to have songs that bring you to a time, because you know now Larry's music I feel like is elevated, and now he's on his smooth West Coast shit and he's banging out these albums that are going crazy every time. So it's like songs that bring me to certain times for certain artists. I love that too. But you know, same thing with him. I think right now he's making timeless shit that's gonna sit forever, and people always like Currency the same way Currency always does. That's good rappers, bro. Good rappers make timeless music.
Definitely.
Woo!
That's the first time I think he's ever barked on stream, honestly.
He almost got my ass.
Little jerk. Talkin Truth is a brand that really promotes and implores people to stay true to yourself because it's the most genuine way to present yourself. So can you just speak on that a little bit?
Say that one more time.
Just like staying true to yourself and how that benefits you.
That's the whole thing. We had a meeting about it when I first started really doing my thing. Right before really I made Daily, and Tim was just like, "Yo, you got to do your thing. Like every time you come around, you're funny and you know what I'm saying, you smile a lot and you're this big personality. Just do that. Don't do nothing else. Don't even make music. Just go out and show your personality, get in touch with it, then make the music." And then I started hanging out with the homies and figuring out what I liked and what was really cool to me and shit. Like I knew my dad was gonna be free soon and shit was looking up. So I just started really telling my actual daily stories, and that's how I did Daily and then Michael Cera and shit like that. Yeah. And so from then on, again, like this is all stuff that's just been stuck with me since the beginning. Like my dad preached it before I even started really rapping. He's like, okay, but don't be on there bullshitting. Like, don't do that.
Did your parents ever have trouble supporting the what you were trying to do at all?
No, thank goodness.
That's
no,
awesome.
Because my mom's Puerto Rican, so that shit could have got way more crazy. But no, and it's funny because they didn't know shit about it in terms of like, I would tell them I'm going to the studio or I'm going to this cipher or I'm going to go do this thing. And they'd be like, okay, good luck. But they didn't know what I was saying at all. My dad knew because he knows the shit. But my mom is just like, cool. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't ever listen to the music until the stuff started coming out and making noise and stuff like that. And she's having people tell her about it. And she's like, okay, I heard your new song. Why'd you say that? But it was always, go do your thing. Just be safe. Call us. If shit was too crazy, there would be like nights where there was like danger in my neighborhood. Like it would be a shooting in my neighborhood and I wasn't home yet. And it'd be like, wherever you are, we're coming to get you right now because shit is crazy outside. And I'm like, it's fine over here. Like where I'm at, I'm all the way across Massachusetts. It's cool over. I'm just rapping. And they're like, no, fuck that. We coming to get you. Be ready.
That's funny. Would you say is your favorite place you've traveled because of music so far?
Oh, that's tough. I love Chicago.
Hell yeah.
Might be my number one spot. And then LA is like very close to. I love both of those places, but it's all about the people.
So is Chicago giving you like one of the better shows that you've had then? Like
it's not even the shows, it's the homies there. Like Chicago was the first place where I made friends outside of
that's fire.
Boston and music. That trip that we were on, that with me, Stiz, and Tim, we went and no, matter of fact, it was before that. I was on tour with Cam Meekins. He brought me on for like 3 dates in the Midwest, and we went to Chicago for the last one. I went to Closed Sessions, met Alex Wiley, I met Fruchter and them, and we showed them the Daily video a couple days before it came out, and they liked it. They started supporting everything. Boom, boom, boom. Fast forward, I do the show with Alex Wiley in Cambridge, and like right when my dad got out of jail, he was standing on stage for my set and shit. It was super funny. He had a leather jacket, and my relationship with Chicago just kept growing and growing. Like Tim had one too, because he already knew Chance and all those guys out there before I even started meeting them and stuff. So then I meet them. I meet Thelonious online when we're making Is This Art, and we'd connect, and then we meet in South by Southwest where I see everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard everybody. We had them come to the crib.
Yeah.
It's like Chicago, we got like this. So when I go back there now, I can go see all of those people. Boneyard, Chicago is my favorite store in America, probably.
Hell yeah. Man, that's crazy you mentioned Hurt Everybody. That's like...
Yeah, my dogs.
Oh, man. That's like when I first really started getting into hip-hop. They were coming out, and man, that was just like, man, this is what this shit is supposed to sound like? Okay.
Both going crazy to this day.
And it was like, they were in high school at that point, which is fucking... crazy to me. Like they were making music that good at that young. Like man, I was kind of the young homie in my like friend group here. Like not by much, but just by a couple years to everybody. Like
And then I start meeting the people that I'm a fan of and shit across the country. And you're 17? Like when I'm at Divine Council, I'm like, you guys are 18 and 19? Like, what? Like, where's this talent coming from? And that's one of my biggest passions is finding artists nobody knows and listening to their shit and telling everybody about it. Because I'm just like, you're going to know one day and you're going to be mad because I said.
That's funny. That's one of the reasons I started the platform. Honestly, everybody at my office job was like, "Yo, you're putting me on everybody." I'd never heard of any of these people. And I think it was 6 years ago. I was still listening to JIDK, and he's taking off like crazy right now. He signed to Warner. He's going crazy with his own Clue label and everything. So
yeah, I feel like if I wasn't a rapper, I would still probably be in some type of publication form or podcaster because I just love rap, bro. I'm a fan as much as I am an artist, if not more.
Who's top like 3 or 4 then? Who's some of your favorite like from when you were a kid to even now? Like who reigns supreme in your if you had to take 5 people to an island for you to listen to for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Oh man, that's a crazy question just because of how much I do listen. Dead or alive, I guess. I'll say I love Biggie. Okay. And I love that second album a ton. Like shit like I Got a Story to Tell and The World Is Filled, stuff like that. So probably one. Snoop, because this is a different question. This isn't my actual top rappers. This is if I had to go to an island, and I say Snoop because of the range. I can listen to so much different Snoop. I can listen to the Bush album. I could listen to this shit when his whole run with Pharrell, or I could listen to Doggy Style. You know what I'm saying? He had a little Master. Yeah. If I want some No Limit shit, there's a little Master P run in there I can listen to. So that is as far as like actual preference, Dom Kennedy probably making it on there.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Currency would probably make it on there.
Fucking A.
Just because both of them have like really long catalogs of a ton of songs I love. And I'm on an island. Damn. That's tough. I mean, that's like 4 right there.
Yeah, you got there's some good ones.
I would say it's when you get to 5 that it becomes a bitch, because I'll say Doom, probably. Like, most likely. Like, most likely my last. And just so I could listen to Mad Villain, because that's probably my favorite album ever.
That's fired. Can you remember the first CD that you bought with your own money, or the first piece of music?
Yes. I went to a store downtown, and I bought 2 albums. I bought Weekend at Bernie's, and I bought Goblin first. Okay. And I think I bought, it was either the day Goblin came out, Weekend at Bernie's also came out, or the day Weekend at Bernie's came out, Finally Famous 3 came out. It's one of those. Okay. But I bought, those are like the 3 first albums. I bought one of them, I think Goblin, and then the other 2. But either way, it was Goblin, Weekend at Bernie's by Currency, and Finally Famous 3, Big Sean.
That's fire.
And then when I was a little kid, don't ask fucking why, I was a little kid, I made my mom buy me the Joe Budden album that had Pump It Up on it. Because we were in a CD store, and like I was like, I like to get stuff. So I saw that, and I remembered Pump It Up, and I was like, this one. I have no clue what the album sounds like. I don't even know if I ever actually popped it in. But
that's funny.
Pump It Up was joint. So I grabbed the CD. I was like, Mom, buy me this.
Hell yeah. This is a little bit of a different question. Who's somebody that you're proud of for accomplishing something recently, and what did they accomplish?
The homie, matter of fact, and I don't know what recently is to you, but the homie Joe, who is actually like Stizz's cousin and shit too, and like all of our big brother, like literally everybody's big brother, he has the Family Not Friends shit. Okay. Jumping now, and it's my favorite shit that I've been wearing all year, and it's like he has packaging, he has multiple pieces, and it's I'm super proud because every time I put this hat on, I'm just like, I got Joe's hat on.
That's cool.
This is Joe's hat.
Oh yeah,
So that's probably.
I'm gonna look that up and shout it out on the page after this and
Hell
check it
yeah,
out
yeah.
myself. That's fire.
His shit is at Chulax, Cholax.
I'm gonna send you the tweet after this. I just saw on Twitter there's an NBA player. It might be, I think it's Larry Nance Jr. He's doing this thing this year where he sent a PO box information out for you to send a piece of merch, whether it's a hat, size XL shirt, whatever it is. And like an explanation of your brand, and he's gonna pick out for every game this year. He's gonna wear that piece of merch, make sure he's photographed in it, and he's gonna make sure it's promoted. And like, what is it? He's gonna sell the game used jersey after every game, and the proceeds from that are gonna go to the business that he's promoting.
That's hard.
That's
super hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I get that tweet to you so he can maybe check that out too. Because I'm gonna try to send him a shirt for mine, see if it works out. But
hell yeah, do that.
Excuse me. Next question for you. What does success look like to you? And have you attained it yet?
No, but my dad would say yes. My dad told me years ago I was successful because I found something I love to do. And I agree with the sentiment. But as far as I guess maybe not what success looks like, but what the life I want looks like is just being able to create all the stuff I want to create while paying all my bills and taking care of my family. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the biggest fucking house. Right. I need a house with a nice little studio in it. And I need to be able to make movies and write TV shows and do all the shit I want to do. But I like, a lot of people want to be the greatest of all time at like their shit. I don't care about that. I know how nice I am. You know what I'm saying? My shit is all right. That's fine with me. I want to make people laugh and smile around the world while not, struggling.
That's dope.
That's all.
What do you think one of the best ways to put a smile on somebody's face is in this day and age? In this like behind the mask kind of shit? Like, what's the best way you can make somebody smile, man?
You got to make people laugh. That's the main thing. That's all I care about, bro. I've realized, like, in the past few years, like, I love comedy almost as much as I love music, if not more, because they both go hand in hand, in my opinion. They're both healing tools, but the thing about comedy is it's kind of universal. Like, shit can be the funniest thing you've ever seen, and you could just be walking down the street. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right.
So it's important. Laughing is really important. My dad taught me that when I was super young. You know what I'm saying? When shit is hard, if you can laugh about it, then it's not hard.
Yeah, that's fire. That's a great response, man. Holy shit. That's really cool. I got a couple branded, brand related questions to my brand here, just to kind of introduce you to the brand a little bit. The tree is really relevant. It represents growth overall, but there's a representation from the bottom and the ground up.
I'll tell you the
tree
truth.
originally came to the brand from Mick Jenkins. I'm a big Mick Jenkins fan. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
his music inspired a lot of the shit that's involved with my brand. Trees and Truths,
Big
one of his
ass
first mixtapes and shit.
Fucking 6'28" neck.
6'5", quit reaching. I think it is. I think
Yeah,
he's
he's
6'5", something like that. He's
very
huge.
tall.
I
He's
thought I was
very
a tall. I always get told I'm tall, and when I'm standing
Yo,
next to
I know.
him,
I got an
he's
issue
huge.
with tall motherfuckers, and I'm not super short, but I have my own personal vendetta with tall people. Like, I don't let tall people. My roommate right now is tall as shit, and I hate it, and it's fine. But it's just something about taking up that much space, and I'm big, so I shouldn't say shit. But I'm 5'10". I'm cool wherever I'm at. Just big ass. Just if you sit on my floor, you're across my whole living room. Like that shit. It'd be irking me a little bit.
That's hilarious. Hey, I appreciate the follow, Luke. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That's dope. Getting follows in the middle of the stream, and we're gaining some viewers too. This is fire.
What's up, y'all? Yes.
So the first part of the tree that is represented is at the bottom of the ground. It's the roots, and what those represent are your core values, because those hold you down as a person and make you stand strong. So what would you say are a couple core values that you learned as a kid that you still hold near and dear to your heart today?
On like a super simple level, manners.
Weird.
Is something that like my dad was real serious about. Like, hold the door for people, say thank you, like just be polite. It goes a super long way, and you don't really notice till you get older how annoying like rude ass people are, and then you get older and you be wondering like who didn't whoop your ass when you was little that lets you act like this, and that's when you realize those lessons are super important.
Yeah.
So I'd say manners on a much deeper level. My dad thinks for me, I'm like very giving and generous, and he thinks for people who are generous or maybe a little bit of pushovers and stuff like that, or just like love to help even when it's to a fault or shit
Hmm.
like that, to never not don't change that. You know what I'm saying? No matter, he's like, I did a lot of stuff for people in my life, that wasn't reciprocated, and I'm realizing that now. But I think if I would have not done those things, I wouldn't have been the same person.
Okay.
And he's like, don't become somebody else because of the things other people do, essentially. So that's probably another big one.
That's fire. I definitely learned that a little bit too late. I got through like 2.5 years of college that I wasn't supposed to be in because I was listening to what other people wanted me to do. So
Right,
that shit
right.
sucked.
Do your shit, bro.
So the next part of the tree would then be the body of the tree, or just like the tree trunk, and that represents the people that you keep around you, your squad. So how important is it to keep people around you that are gonna motivate you every day and hold you up?
Oh, you need it, bro. I got a lot of friends like that. I'm super happy with my friend group right now. Between like, Tim and Mui, they executive produced the album, and that wasn't like a thing we talked about. They just pushed me. You know what I'm saying? They pushed
Yeah.
me every single day. Days when I wasn't up, days when I was sleeping through the whole day, like kind of bummed out and shit. Like they were on my back. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That was super important. And then just having, I always say, I'm super appreciative that I have friends that don't ask me for shit.
Okay.
Not because they couldn't, because they could anytime, and I would do it, and I know they would do that shit for me too. But
Yeah.
it's more because they don't give a shit about what I have or what I can do or any of their with me, because they fuck with me, and same vice versa. And that's like one of the most important things. So like all the homies, like Stiz, I got a couple group chats, and the one with me and Stiz and them, it's like me, Stiz, OG, the homie Wari, Mars. Stiz calls every Monday for Respectful Mondays. And no insults allowed, like just respectful, like what's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
Stiz will call that group chat. He'll be day drunk in the middle of the day and call and be like, everybody better pick up because we need to talk about it and be friends. And you know what I'm saying? That shit is hilarious and also super important.
That's awesome, and that's funny you mentioned that because there was one day I saw him being really nice to people on Twitter, and he was like, "What the fuck, man? I'm being way. It's not even Monday right now. This
On
is bull. I
Mondays,
gotta calm down. I gotta
sometimes
start."
sometimes I'll jump in and ask if it's Monday before I start talking shit, because I'm like, if it's Monday, I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow to start talking shit.
That's hilarious. The next part of the tree, then moving up, is the branches, and that would represent experiences that you've had in life. So, what would be a couple of experiences that your music has brought you that have kind of like blown you away a little bit, or what are a couple of your favorites?
Okay, so I'll say, just for like some cool shit that was like huge to me, one of the earliest things, because it was before I believe Isasar came out, I got to meet Gambino.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I was like probably like 19, 20, around that age. Um, and we went to his show. We got to watch the whole show or whatever. And then the homie Ebro was like, "You want to meet him?" And yeah, hell yeah. And so we go to the house of the dressing room in the House of Blues, and it's super fun. I was thinking about the other day how many times we've been in the House of Blues now, that we know all those dressing rooms in and out and shit. But this is my first time, so I expected something, crazy, and it was a green room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's people sitting on couches on both sides, and they're all talking, and then right directly down the center is Gambino, and he's like, "Yeah, go say what's up." So walk across all these people. I'm nervous as hell, and I was like, "Yo, my Christmas, amazing show, blah blah blah." But before I even actually got to say my name, he did this. He was like, "You're a rapper, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I like your video." And I was just like, "Hey, man, thank you." And Goodwin,
Dang.
Goodwin was there. Goodwin had shot Michael Cera, and you heard him let out a little gasp when he said that. It was the funniest shit. It was like, and so we went on to talk about, like, I asked him about the show. Somebody threw a bra at him, and he smelled it. And I said, what did it smell like? And he was like, it was nice. And then we talked about like stupid shit, like unlubricated condoms and stuff like that, like just dumb shit. And I took a picture with him, and he had that APC coat. This was because of the internet area.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, this coat is nice as hell. I need to get one. And he was like, yeah, it's APC. And I was like, oh, I'll wait a little bit. That was one. Later, Lollapalooza, I still think might have been like the craziest day of my whole life.
Okay.
Because we did that set at 11:30 in the morning.
Oh wow.
And it was like a fulfilling gazillion fucking people there, and it was a flawless set.
That's
like,
awesome.
Which is not a thing that I always have. I try to, but at that level, there's so many things that you think about going wrong. I had horn players who had never played with me before. We only did one rehearsal the night before. They killed it. I had guests. Stiz was out there. Reese, Thelonious, a lot of the homies, all was out there going crazy. And then I remember I had lunch, and I was just crying at the restaurant because I was just thinking about how crazy that experience was. Like, it was overwhelming to that point, and it was super weird. Like, I was just like, I'm happy as hell crying in this nice ass restaurant. And I hadn't eaten since, like, I landed in Chicago. I did the Sway show. I went to this party where Gucci was supposed to be there. Andrew Barber was throwing, and they was giving out Four Loko and sliders. It was chicken sliders and Four Loko mixed drinks. So I didn't eat from then till way after my set the next day.
Oh shit.
So I went to this restaurant and I ordered spaghetti and meatballs and a steak.
Okay. Hell yeah.
It's the craziest day of my life. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm crying over spaghetti and steak. This is what it is now. And then I think doing the girlfriend video, I would say it's a tie between doing the girlfriend video and doing the Who Am I video, because with the girlfriend video, it was really, really crazy and surreal to see Ron Funches and Orlando Jones reading lines that I wrote for them to each other on camera. Like, I was like, I wrote this. I'm directing this motherfucker right now. It felt like I was like, this is what I want to do. And I wrote all their lines like 10 minutes before they went up. I just grabbed a piece of paper. I sat at Orlando's desk and I just started writing things. I was like, this is Orlando's page, this is Ron's page, and gave them to him. And that the rest of the video didn't matter to me. I didn't give a shit about being there for the rest of the day because I was just mind blown watching them work. And the shit Orlando was doing, like all of us in the audience had to be quiet.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And then Who Am I? Because we shot that like a movie. It was the most difficult video shoot I've ever done. Almost don't want to do it ever again, low key. Because I got hit with that gun in real life, bro. That gun really hit me on the take we used.
Oh, damn.
We did like 15 takes of me faking it. And then dude let it loose a little bit. And I want to say the fake clip flew out and hit me in the eye as he swung.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was out like a light for like 30 seconds. I was up. I was awake, but I couldn't see shit and my face was in the ground. Okay. And then I opened my eyes and everybody's standing around me like this. And I'm just like, I'm all right. Let's keep going. But we had started shooting at like 9 a.m., maybe earlier that day. And it was now 3 a.m. And we still had, and we didn't stop. And we had shit to do still. So it was one of those. And I'd never done no shit like that before. The director, Evan Colton, he had me doing like 50 takes of like some simple shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, this is how they do movies. I'm glad I know this now. But shit.
That's awesome. All right, final part of the tree is the leaves, and what the leaves represent are the lessons that you would take from the experiences or everything that you've been through. So, what would you say is the most important lesson that you took from your childhood that you still implement today?
Most important lesson that I took from my childhood, I guess to always brace the storm, if that makes sense. As far as like when shit is hard, we're going to get through it. It's not, we can get through it. We got through it. We did it all. And we can do it again. Like, my childhood taught me that my family is super strong. To see where my mom was when I was a kid to where she is now and shit like that. Like, my childhood taught me that it never stops, bro. It don't matter when, your time is going to come. And even when it doesn't, like, And when it's not there yet, don't give up on that shit. Everything is going to be fine. You and your people going to be fine.
Hell yeah, that's a dope message, man. Let's see. Let's get into. We got a couple of the songs here. It looks like you sent me The Relation and Family Not Friends. So,
Hell yeah.
Want to talk about a little bit about The Relation before I put it on, and then if you could try to make me the host again. All you have to do is hit that little blue dot up in the corner of my video, and then it says there's like a blue. It's like a blue square with like 3 white dots in it that shows up in the. Like if you
word!
My video.
I didn't have it on gallery, but now I got it. Yep.
There we go. And then just there we go. Nice.
Okay, word. And you said talk about The Relation.
Yeah, we got The Relation pulled up first.
Oh yeah, bro! Shout out Playa Hayes. First of all, going crazy on the beats. He was a huge inspiration just on the whole album. Like the type of beats he was sending me made me make the album the way it is. But this beat in particular, it just felt like real deep. You know what I'm saying? And I was in the studio when I wrote it. Shout out Swaya for letting me come in and do my thing on the sessions for the album and shit. And I just sat there thinking, like, you know, this album is going to be something super important. And I started thinking about the other things that were super important that I've done. And I'm just like, this stuff all step by step is changing my life. And then, you know, it became about changing my life. And then there's a portion in there. Funny, I was talking about Who Am I? One of the homies that was on Evan's crew had this Earl sweatshirt hoodie. And I was like, dope hoodie. And he was like, yo, what's crazy is I got this hoodie from a kid who was my friend, and he passed away. And his family gave me the hoodie. And he was actually the kid that put that dude onto me. And that's why that dude jumped on the crew to do the video. So I have a portion of the song where I talked about that and shit. So it was just one of those songs where you hear the beat and you're just like, I need to talk about some shit, bro. Like, I need to talk about some stuff. So that's what we did.
Cool. I'm going to hit play on it. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, just to make sure.
Cool. Yeah, man. Shout out, Playa Hayes. This beat is fucking stupid.
Tick, tick. Tick, tick. Tick, tick. I just wrote a split that's gonna change my life. I just wrote a hit that's gonna change my life. Take another sip that might change my night. Think about shit I did that ain't go right. But shit, sit and think about how I could change my life. Wrote a song one day, it changed my life. Wake up early one day and change my life. That should've changed my life. That should've changed my drive, right? I'm on the road now when I drive like I'm trying to get to Cali by midnight. I know I don't live right. I'm sorta like life and can't get right. Cause I'll be good when I get a hit right. It ain't no saving. For young folks feel like slaving. And I would get a job but I don't feel like saving. Sometimes I feel like raving. I got these dumbass visions of how my young ass could get $1 million, no prison. Broke like a nigga had to sit inside a bag of rice. 5 of us in one room and we weren't staying past the night. Think about the afterlife and if I get to grab a mic. One big session like Revenge of the Dreamers. This dude told me that his mans put him on to me then passed away. Soon as I heard that, I knew I had to blast away. And shit on fuck niggas that don't care about this here. They like to fake the funk, the Mustang. Really, honestly, it's weird. I just wrote a split that's gonna change my life. I just wrote a hit that's gonna change my life. Take another sip that might change my night. Think about shit I did that ain't go right. But shit, sit and think about how I could change my life. Wrote a song one day, it changed my life. Wake up early one day and change my life. That should've changed my life. That should've changed my mood. That should've changed the way I think. Done shit I never think I do. Fuck you think I do. Grown man and still think I'm too. You tell me to do what you do, but me ain't you. I'm more Mewtwo, you more like Mew. I'm more Bobby Brown, you more like Muse. I'm more Black Star, you more like Views. I'm more Maury Povich and you more Oprah. I'm more Chili Peppers, y'all Deepak Chopra. I write for all the young niggas stuck in they shit. Situations like nobody gonna save me from this. My niggas having baby mamas and babies tall as my sisters. My sister went to college, it's been a grip since I hit her. I gotta get it, cook out together and take some pictures. Picture this, 1 million niggas all being nigga rich. Talk all the shit I wanted, never had to plead the fifth. Tron Carter, God, all the Godfather, y'all goners. I just wrote a split that's gonna change my life. I just wrote a hit that's gonna change my life. Take another sip that might change my night. Think about shit I did that ain't go right. But shit, sit and think about how I could change my life. Wrote a song phone one day, it changed my life. Wake up early one day and change my life. That should've changed my life. Changed my life. Beat my dick one day, it changed my life. I had a hot pocket one day, that shit changed my life. I had Chinese food yesterday, it changed my life. No, hell yeah. But this is a serious song.
Oh man, that one crazy. I love that one. I think you might still.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was awesome, bro.
It's funny as hell. I haven't been listening to any of the music. Like, I've been trying to stay away from it so that when it comes out, like I said, I want to get all this stuff done tomorrow so that Friday I could just hang out with my album. Like, me and my album are gonna have a drink.
That's fine. And you're doing like a Discord thing tomorrow too, right?
Discord,
so
and then
cool.
Yeah. Afterwards,
really
we do on like
Discord,
a Clubhouse one.
I'm
Used it like once. We did it. I was on there when we watched. OG had this episode on the Eric Andre show on the finale.
Oh, okay.
And we all watched it together on there. It was tight.
That's fire. Oh man, we got a lot of good feedback from the chat on that one too. Foolish, a regular viewer of mine, really liked that one. Wife liked it. Luke liked that one. Bars on bars. Rosie said it was a definite car jam for sure. I think T. LaRue, that's definitely Tim there, isn't it?
Nope.
For sure. No? He said touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, it's a emote, yeah. The touchdown emote for sure. That was a fire song, man.
Thank you.
I'm excited for the next one. Family Not Friends is the next one. What's this one about, man?
So Family Not Friends, I was directly obviously inspired by the homie Joe's shit, because the Family Not Friends, but just looking at it and thinking about it, and like, I just decided to write some shit that kind of reflected the way like the world kind of seems to me now. You know, when you're a kid, everybody loves each other, you know, you mob out 40 deep. And I feel like the whole world has been in like disarray for a while, as far as like, you see people who were best friends years ago not cool anymore, and you see beefs with rappers who were super close before and shit like that. And it's like it's more about than anything like the people who will be there no matter what. So it's like, you know, you got your friends, but then you got your family is like the friends that are really gonna be there. Like when shit hits the fan, your family's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So the homies, that's the homies like that. That's my family.
That's fire. All right, let's get it.
Button. Shit.
Here's something y'all gotta understand, man, because y'all think you know me. You don't know goddamn fucking thing, because you don't need to know.
Family not friends, I ain't got those. No side to side like your Uber dodging potholes. I'll put the hole in my zapatos just to get the guapo. Family not friends, ain't ate with my friends in a minute. These is my brothers, not niggas. That's interchangeable like hostile gado hook hand. Friends just want you round when you get booked in. On the other end, won't come to get you out that bookend. Fake friends blow like air conditioners. Fake friends blow like Heather Graham and Bowfinger. Listen, fake friends blow like the metal fans by the train. Fake friends blow like that 10-minute rain. Even still, I seen fam and fan beefing. Shit be popping up in my head for no reason. Like I was with these niggas deep, now niggas don't speak. That pride'll make you think you hard, but niggas so weak. Niggas so weak. Nigga, you might think you good. This is not your neighborhood. Family not friends. Family not friends. Family not friends. Family not friends. My mama don't know your mama. This nigga lying your honor. Family not friends. Family not friends. Family not friends. Family not friends. Yeah. My niggas come to granny house for dinner. My niggas don't call my pops mister. I never trust niggas talk fast just like Twister. Sipping this elixir, reminiscing about the winners with the slow walk, cold walk, bars, cigarettes and stove talk. Nana made the stove top, the game is on, we go watch. Don't believe in no cops, roll bounce around the roadblocks. Sometimes niggas don't talk, don't mean that I ain't gon' watch. And be happy when your shit go off, nigga go off. Love when niggas talk that talk, be a show off. One day they gon' give us the money, we get a show off and get canceled cause we got the government dismantled. Broke ankles, how this shit is off and it get handled on a big
channel, grabbing on my dick like I'm Rambo. We all from the same planet, we some Super Saiyans though. I've been knowing you for how long? So what you saying, bro? Nigga, you might think you good. This is not your neighborhood. Family not friends, family not friends, family not friends, family not friends. My mama don't know your mama. This nigga lying, your honor. Family not friends, family not friends, family not friends, family not friends.
Damn. 2 for 2. Dang, that was fire. Got more good feedback too.
The shit at the end is the kazoos. That's the kazoos
That was
Teddy.
cool.
Teddy stood there and played 8 times with his kazoo. He was like, "Everybody, shh!" He went crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
the production on both of those, dude. Whew, really.
I always say the kazoo sounds like in South Park, like all the South Park kids singing at the same time.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it sounds like to me.
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna be able to unhear that now.
Yeah, I love ruining it for people because it's that.
That's
And this
hilarious.
the worst one that sticks out to me more is it sounds like a bunch of minions singing.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, now I hear that one too.
Well,
Yep.
Minions.
Rosie will definitely like that one. She's a big Minion fan.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Shit, man. I really only got one more question for you. It's one more branded one. What does truth mean to you, man?
Truth. It just to me means being yourself all the time. A perfect example of like one of the most honest people and the reason for him being one of my best friends and favorite people, Stiz, is just like all genuine all the time. Just every smile, every like you get around him and that's your people for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's being you all the time. That's the truth to me.
That's fire. That's a dope answer. I definitely gotta get him on the stream sometime soon too. That would be dope. Shit, man. Well, I appreciate you so much coming on, man. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I hope you had a decent time.
So much fun, bro. I love shit like this. Yo,
Hell yeah.
podcast from the crib. This should have been a thing. I mean, it probably was. I don't fucking know. But I like doing stuff like this. Every time I get on Zoom and talk to the homies, I have a good time.
It's
Maybe
easy.
it's because I don't have to do it like it's not like a day-to-day thing. I'm not fucking sitting on boring Zooms. I sat on a boring Zooms too. I did an appearance to like, you know, the homies was trying to open a dispensary, so they was like, we need people to come in and say why they should open a dispensary. So I came through. I was sitting there anxious as hell the whole time, like, wait till I get in front of these fucking government people and give them a piece of my mind. Black people should own part of the marijuana industry.
Dude, 100%. There's no black-owned
couldn't wait.
ones here in Chicago, bro. It's
that's
a
that
travesty.
that's that
It's
bullshit,
fucking
bro. See?
Absurd, bro. Support the
Fix
streets
it,
out here
bro.
in the city if you're out here. Fuck the dispensaries.
Get me on you, and anybody, you know, you need a Zoom motherfucker to come through and tell you why. Tell them to call me. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit, man. If there's any time you want to come back on, or anytime you got anything to talk about and need to get some truth off your chest, let me know, bro.
Absolutely. And anytime you got some more, I talk about whatever, bro. Like I said, I talk a lot. So you hit me whenever we talk some shit.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much, and hope you have a solid night, and stay safe out there, bro.
Hell yeah. Be safe, bro. Appreciate you for having me.
Take it easy. Hey, that was Michael Christmas. Thanks a lot, Juice. I appreciate that, man. Dope guy. Super appreciate him coming on. And the coolest thing about it is, just from listening to his music, you knew he was going to be a genuine-ass dude. And that's my favorite part about all the people that I've had on so far. Just genuine people. Really, really awesome conversation. I hope I could draw in a couple more listeners and followers. I appreciate you so much, Tim. If you're still here, thank you so much for answering the email and making this happen. It means so much to me, especially because I'm just trying to get this platform off the ground. Having somebody like him on this platform is it's going to do wonders for me in the future, and I just really appreciate it, man. So huge shout out to Tim for setting this up and allowing me to have some time with Michael Christmas tonight. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to Luke for the follow and the chat interaction tonight. Much appreciated. Juice as well. Again, if I apologize if I miss any questions or comments during the interview. It's hard for me to keep focus on everything if I'm like paying too much attention to the chat. So if I miss something, just send the message again, and I won't take it like you're trying to get at me. Just remind me, just make it a reminder or something that you want your question asked, or if you need something answered or something. My bad. I know I missed your little comment there, Juice, from Hot 97. But just a heads up, I have a rough time reading the chat sometimes during the interviews because I'm trying to keep my focus. I always get really bad anxiety when I lose my focus during the interviews, so I try to keep it as focused as possible. But again, I appreciate everybody coming on. We got The Mind coming on Friday. That's in 2 days. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. We've had streams the last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and today. And then next week on Tuesday from Pivot Gang, we got Fresh Waters coming on the stream as well. That'll be a great talk. He just dropped a 2-pack recently, so we're going to talk about that, some more upcoming music that he has. Again, thanks so much to Michael for coming on the stream tonight. Jack Pat, yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm trying to grow my community as organically as possible. The community is all about music that makes a positive impact on people's lives, man. That's all it really is. And Michael Christmas's music has inspired me to be my own person. And he fucking prime example of that shit tonight being on the stream, man. Just being your own person, and you will definitely benefit from that. So we're gonna keep getting some fire guests, and I paid the invoice, and I'm gonna have a Talkin' Truth hoodie and a Talkin' Truth t-shirt. This is one of the first ones I ever had made. It's not a great quality. I didn't have many of these ones made. They were only made to order, or like ordered to make. So Talkin' Truth merch is coming. I have a mock hoodie and a mock t-shirt that's coming in the mail to me. Once I get pictures of that shit, we're going to have that up online ready to go. The pre-sale, it's going to be a pre-sale. So what's going to happen for that is we're going to take pre-orders for the shirts and the hoodies, and then I'm going to go to my guy and I'm going to place the order for however many we can get sold. So please be ready for the Talkin' Truth merch drop. I'm trying to pay my rent for next month, and we want to get everybody in some Talkin' Truth merch so we can spread the word a little bit more organically about the stream. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, please share the link, share some of the posts from my Instagram page on your story. Let them know that you learned something tonight, you had a good time, you interacted with the chat, whatever it might be. If you enjoyed the stream in any way, shape, or form tonight, and you're still here, please go to the Instagram and share one of the posts from the page and tag me in it if you could. That would be fucking greatly appreciated. I love all the participation so much so far. I really appreciate everyone. I don't have much else to do tonight. One more last reminder for the interviews coming up. Friday is The Mind. We're going to talk about his most recent album. And then next Tuesday is Fresh Waters.